Regarding the proposed development of the academic building, I'm more in support of that. But when I look up the information, I found that when you have such capital works projects for tertiary institutions, sometimes the institution itself may commit some resources into such projects. In 2009, the PolyU constructed the innovative building, and for that project, the government subvented 600 million. PolyU was able to raise $79 million for that project. In 2011, the University of Science and Technology, when they built the research and teaching building, the government subvention was about $300 million. The Hong Kong Science and Technology STU also raised about 120 million. But this time the Hong Kong U is proposing to build a new academic building, and we note that it's going to cost $804 million, and it comes entirely from government subventions, which is different from the practice in the past. Could you explain why that is so, and under what circumstances would the tertiary institution have to contribute part of the cost for the project, and when will the government be paying the entire bill? All along, for capital works projects, the university has been committing resources. Of course, government has worked very hard to raise funds, but we've been working hard on that all along. For this project, our commitment is relatively small, but we still need to commit resources into environmental, facilities and so on. Anything that is good for the community would cost money. We expect so far, after we've completed the design, I think the university will be spending several tens of millions of dollars on this project. It's not that we are being stingy, but we still have many other projects. As you find from the paper, there is a serious shortfall of many of the teaching facilities. For some of those, we are now considering whether we should pay for the construction of those facilities 100%. There is also a keen demand for student hostels. And the university will need to commit a lot of resources, 30 to 40% of the capital costs of building such hostels. So we're under a lot of pressure to raise more funds. For this particular project, we hope members will give us more leeway so that we don't need to commit so much resources into this one, because we still need a lot of funds to pay for our forthcoming projects. Regarding how the cost is to be apportioned, who makes that decision? Is it the result of mutual discussion, or would it be a decision of the university? For each project is unique. When we negotiate with the university in respect of each of the projects, we will look at the content of the project and what it entails. I'm not able to answer the Deputy Chairman's question as to those two previous projects. But when we talk to universities, the principle is that when we discuss this at the UGC, if we decide that this is something that should be built with public funds, and if there should be some facilities within the buildings which the government should pay for, we would do that. If there are certain things which the universities want to do in order to further enhance its facilities, and if we believe that it's not desirable to use taxpayers' money to pay for that, the university may contribute part of the cost. For this particular project, we've earmarked $8 million for this project. Subsequently, because of the operational needs, if they want further enhancements, they may contribute some of their own funds and inject it into this project. So it's difficult for me to give you a fixed percentage as to how many percent will be paid for by the government and how much the university will contribute.
If I may add, Madam Chair, I know my time is up for 3 minutes. Just one word, please. The Undersecretary hasn't got the information with him. Now we will have these items at the PWSC and the FC. Perhaps you might wish to explain further to us in greater depth. Sure.